Thanks to EA for the game code. Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. It's time to build a gigantic castle on a 64x64 lot in Windenburg. The Sims 4 Castle Estate kit is out, and you just know how much I love to work on exteriors. And this kit is all about building exteriors. To finish and furnish the interior, I've used objects from different packs because this is really the type of kit which has a focus on exterior objects such as fences, columns, and stairs, railings, all that stuff. And you know how much I love the Courtyard Oasis kit. I'm still obsessed, and this is just as good. You can really just have a small kit and it's enough to create a gigantic build. Like, for example, with Courtyard Oasis, I'd created gigantic Moroccan mansions, and here with this kit, it's enough to create gigantic castles. You just have to figure out what to use to furnish the castle, but you could also totally just use the base game. So I feel like you really get a lot in these build by kits which have a big focus on the exterior. I love this. I mean, you can build such a grand build, like it's literally a gigantic castle and all you need is one kit. I personally love this, and I've been raving about the Courtyard Oasis kit ever since it came out. So if you've been here for a while and you know how much I have obsessed over Courtyard Oasis, the Castle Estate kit is the same. It's absolutely awesome, and I had the best time building with this kit. Also, I just wanted to quickly remind you that I'm part of the EA affiliate program. You can use code EMERALD. You can check out when you are buying a Sims pack in Origin or the EA app or thesims.com. And if you want to support me and my channel, you can use the code. I get a 5% cut. Thank you so much for your amazing support. But let's talk about the castle. This is Windenburg. This is a 64x64 lot, and I'm actually working on the shell here before the kit even came out. I knew the kit was coming. We all knew the kit was coming. It was announced, and I was ready, so I started to work on a shell. I think building castles is difficult, at least for me. I'm a mansion builder. Mansions do come easy to me, but not castles or other types of builds. And whenever I was working on a castle in the past, I was really struggling. But here with this one, the process was really fun. It all worked out nicely. I feel like this is the first castle that I've built since we got the curved rooms, and having all these round rooms is just amazing to create towers. So maybe this is why it was a little bit easier. I've also used terrain tools. I wanted there to be different levels, and you can see that the front part, kind of like the wall of the castle, is like not connected to the rest of the build. It's like separated, and this way I was able to put a part of the castle, the main part, on an elevation, and this way it just looks higher. I just wanted to have a nice balance. I just didn't want this to be like super wide and big, but then it's like not high enough. I feel like a castle like has to be tall and grand, so I just thought it would be a good idea to raise the terrain a bit and to do it this way. I've then used so many rocks from Live Edit. These are from Cottage Living, I think. You could do something similar using base game rocks, for example. There are so many in Live Edit, and here you can clearly see the separation between the main part of the castle and the wall going around it, and I've simply connected them using stairs. This is always the most simple trick, because if you want to like bring these walls together, it's giving you all kinds of errors, talking about, I don't know, constraint level something. I don't even remember, like some weird error. And I just like to use stairs to connect the different levels, which worked like a charm. And here I'm building a bridge because a proper castle needs a bridge. And I knew that I would like to use a sized up version of some of the doorways, like in the front, but as I said, here at this point the kit wasn't even out yet, so I was just trying to make it work. You can also see that I'm using different wall heights on the wall, like I'm using half walls. And I'm going to get rid of this because in the new kit there is a fence which exactly looks like this. So you don't even have to bother with half walls for this type of look to make it look like a proper castle. But this definitely helped me envision what it could look like after all. And here I've removed some rocks and also a part of the wall. This was like completely closed off, but I then decided that I would like to have a cute little slope going up there. I know it probably doesn't make sense for safety reasons because you have like a literal bridge and a gate in the front to keep the castle safe, but I just wanted to add a cute slope. And I've also added this diagonal floor section at the top, and I have to admit that the craft rooms were kind of making me a bit nervous here because like it was a bit tricky. Also, like for the floor plan, it wouldn't let me open like one of the curved rooms, and I've used different tricks, but I don't know, they were like annoying me a little bit. I still wish we could get a little patch for this, but overall it was fine, and I feel like using the curved rooms really added so much to the whole look and vibe of this castle. Like it really made this type of look possible, and it was so much fun. I've also worked on another shell. Like I was so excited waiting for the kit that I just kept working on shells. And spoiler, the second one is also in a 64 by 64 lot, but different. I don't know, I really just enjoyed building castles and related stuff. It just is so much fun. And I knew that I would like to have the default color for the walls and everything, like what we had seen from the kit before. Like there are different swatches. Like I knew this at this point already, that we got the beige swatch, gray, all kinds of different colors. And I thought, okay, I want the castle to be like beige, so it has a really warm, inviting color scheme. But then I wanted to have a nice contrast, so I chose Live Added Rocks, which are like really dark, a really dark gray. So there's like a nice contrast. The most difficult decision, I have to say, were the roofs, like the roof swatches. At first I wanted them to be gray, then I wanted them to be black, and then I wanted them to be blue, as you will see. Like I added some Disney vibes later on. And yeah, here I'm finally adding wallpaper. So at this point, the kit is out. I loaded up the game and I started to use the kit. And this is the best feeling ever. I did the same when Courtyard Oasis came out back then. I had a fully finished, wonderful shell, and I just had to throw everything the kit had to offer right at the shell. And this is like the best thing. You can here see how I'm replacing all the half walls. This was really easy, really quick, because the fence like gives you this look, and that was really easy. I've also added some round foundation pieces in the front, and here I'm just adding everything. So all the swatches match perfectly. And I was asking myself at some point if I should use different swatches, like for example, having the beige wallpaper, but then using a different color for the fences to have a contrast, but I decided to stick to this beige mostly. You will see that I'm only using variations of swatches in some areas, and also we have like a little trim or a frieze going around the walls and also the curved rooms, and you can here see how it's like sticking out when it comes to the round roofs. And at first I didn't even realize this, but then I made them like smaller so there's no overhang, and then you could really see the friezes shine on these towers, and this also adds so much to the whole castle vibe and look. So I also made some changes to the roofs, and yeah, I just added so many fences everywhere, as you can here see. This took a while, And I just realized at this point how big the whole shell has gotten, because like even just adding all the wallpapers and fences took quite a while. And at this point I hadn't even started with the floor plan properly and furnishing, so this is where it took me a couple of days. The whole project was really big. I feel like castles and gigantic mansions just always take a little while. We also got this cute little small window which can be used on the smallest round room size available. You cannot use every window size on every tower or curved room because it's going to glitch, but you can use this cute little window perfectly on these towers, as you can here see. So I've just decided to use them on every single tower. This was also quite time consuming because I had to add all these small windows, and here you can see I'm using a black roof swatch. If you're not into the dreamy magical vibe with the blue roofs, you can totally just change the color to black or gray or whatever you want. And yeah, this is an easy fix if you should grab this from the gallery. And here I'm adding some plants and some trees. Also a lot of stuff from Live Edit. I was just looking at Live Edit, trying to see what I can find. I just wanted this to look a bit overgrown and also a bit friendly, more green, not too polished and perfect. I mean, this is an old castle, so some stuff has grown here and there. There are some big trees. I just wanted this to look really inviting and beautiful. Also some flowers here and there. I'm going to remove some of them. I felt like it looked a bit unkempt. I just wanted this to look a little bit more polished. I was just trying to find a middle ground. And here you can see how I've added the blue roofs. It just gives, I don't know, it just reminds me of Disney or something. It just looks really dreamy, just this type of vibe. And this is a little courtyard in the castle. I've added a table. After all, your Sims can just live in this castle as if it's a mansion, basically. And I have to say, it's really hard for old habits to die. And I've created a really open floor plan, a really big kitchen. So even though it looks like a castle and the interior is also really old fashioned and looks like a castle, it can be used like a mansion. There are 6 or 7 bedrooms. There are lots of bathrooms. Every single bedroom almost has its own bathroom. And then we have a giant living space, as you will see, including a living room and dining room. So you can really just let your Sims move in here and use it like a regular castle. But I feel like the interior is not as authentic as some parts of the exterior are. But I mean, you just know me. I'm known for mansions, and this is always difficult for me. But yeah, you can here see how I'm furnishing. These windows are just so wonderful. I generally feel like the windows are the best part about this kit, and the doors. And this is really hard to say because I really truly love every single item. The combination of all the items make this kit so awesome, because you can literally use a couple of items and create a whole perfect exterior, as I've said earlier. But the windows just really stand out, and the doors, they look so detailed. I love the meshes, the textures, they look so wonderful. And you can here see even from the interior, it just adds so much to the whole castle vibe, and I'm just so obsessed. So I would love to hear how you've been enjoying the kit. There's also a second one out, the Goth Galore kit, which I'm also going to take a look at. I'm really excited in general. I love the overall themes, and I just really love what they did with this kit here specifically. I mean, just imagine if this would have been an expansion pack or game pack, this would have been so great as well. I think they totally nailed this type of medieval vibe. The objects look amazing, and I'm just happy that we got a castle themed kit in general. And yes, a bigger pack would have been amazing, because I've just realized how much I'm into this type of vibe and style, actually. And yeah, I'm just really pleased with all these items. It's really great. You can here see how I'm combining different objects from different packs, like some really wooden, rustic looking objects. I've also wanted to incorporate color here and there. I kind of gravitated towards using lots of reds on the inside. I found this round base game rug and it was just perfect for the round room. I've then used these curtains from the For Rent pack. They're different individual curtains which could be used for a wall layout like this, but I just thought, okay, these are matching the rugs perfectly, so let's do this. And this is the kitchen, which is very, very big and open. I still wanted this to look a bit medieval, so what I did was I've placed this gigantic island counter and then this really old-fashioned stove in the center, and I then incorporated a complete fireplace into the kitchen, so it looks a bit more rustic, and also all the decorations and lots of copper items. I just wanted this to have a really specific nice vibe. I hope that this fireplace is not going to burn down the whole castle. You never know, because I've placed all these cabinets above, but it's looking so amazing. And here you can see the door in the background. Look at all the details and the woodwork. It's just so wonderful. And there's this big dining table in the center, which is perfect for entertaining guests, but I've also added a smaller table here. I don't know, this is a very fancy breakfast area for your Sims, I guess. And yeah, I forgot a fridge at first, but it's there. I've added this already, the wooden fridge from Cottage Living, I think, because the color was perfect. And this is one of the towers at the bottom on the same level as the kitchen. And it's always a bit difficult to furnish round rooms, but I just thought, okay, the bathtub is the centerpiece here in this room, and I've just placed this wonderful bathtub in the center, and I've then used the rest of the room for the shower and the sink and stuff. So I think it makes sense. It looks really luxurious. There's really a lot of space around the clawfoot tub, so it makes sense, I guess. And yeah, I just decorated this a little bit. And as I've said, there's so much space. You could let a gigantic family move in here. You could also have you could rent out part of the castle. If you own The Sims 4 for rent, there are so many possibilities, especially when it comes to gigantic builds like this. Now you could just grab them from the gallery and you could just rent out a part of the build. But I'm just going to upload this as a regular residential lot, so you can just let your medieval Sim family move in or something. I'm just going to upload this, and you will find all the information in the description box. My ID is KateEmerald. I don't know, lately the gallery has been very buggy in general. Sometimes people cannot find builds, and sometimes when you want to place a build, it's giving you an infinite loading screen, and this is a bug. It's not related to the build itself or to the creator. Everyone has been experiencing this. Basically, it's some sort of bug that has to be fixed. Some seem to think it was introduced with The Sims 4 for rent, so I'm not sure yet, but if you're experiencing this, I'm very sorry. I just hope that there will be some type of bug fix, and I just hope that things can be sorted out. And yeah, I'm just going to upload this, and I'm also going to upload the tray files on my Patreon as always. And yeah, this is the master bedroom. I wanted this to look very medieval, but also cozy and inviting. I love this wooden bench. So whenever I want to make something look very old-fashioned and like a castle, I always like to use very dark wooden colors. But here for this one, I just wanted this room to look more fresh and inviting. So I've also used some brighter, happier wooden colors. And there's a doorway directly connecting the master bedroom to the master bathroom. So it's very open. So these two rooms together are a very private area for a couple living in this room, for example. This is also why I've separated the toilet, but the rest is completely open, the bathtub and everything. And I've also used a fence and spandrels, which were causing some issues. I don't know, I can't with spandrels. Something always goes wrong when I'm using them on the interior. But yeah, try to make it work, as you can here see. And I just separated everything a little bit. And yeah, the toilet is in a completely fully closed room. So it's separated because of the whole open layout. I've built a walk-in shower, not very medieval probably, but I just wanted this type of vibe and look. You can here see how I'm closing off the toilet, just so it makes sense. And yeah, there are 6 or 7 bedrooms in total. It's really spacious. You will see more in all the screenshots at the end. I did not include every single room here because it's a bit repetitive. But you will see here how I'm furnishing more bedrooms. Some of them are more like typical kids' rooms. Some of them are also regular bedrooms, including a double bed. You could make changes to this. After all, a builder never knows who's going to move into their house, because once you upload something to the gallery, you never know. So I guess there are probably changes to be made for every single build, but yeah, just wanted to have a variety of different rooms, like this really cute pastel pink room, which is for a kid. And then here's another one. I really love that this room also has a lovely tower, and actually 2 towers really, because on the left we have the adjacent bathroom, which is completely round, and then there's a tower inside the bedroom as well, which looks amazing. And I've just placed a desk there, so the tower can be used like this. And I've just moved the desk to the side so the sim can like walk by the desk. And yeah, there's like an armchair. It's like a really cozy nook, and you could maybe read a book in there. I just wanted this to be overall very cozy. So it's like a mix of a castle type of build and a mansion, as I've said. I've used all kinds of different bathtubs and toilets in the different bathrooms. Some look more medieval, some look more luxurious, but I was really trying to stay like within the whole castle vibe. Yeah, I've even used 2 beds, so you will be able to squeeze so many sims in this gigantic castle. And yeah, this video is slowly coming to an end. I'm going to add so many screenshots so you can really take a look at this. And you can grab this from the gallery. As I've said, my ID is KateEmerald, and you can just download this from the gallery. You can also grab the tray files from my Patreon. And the tray files are in early access on my Patreon for 2 weeks, and then everyone can grab them and they go public. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this build. I hope you will have so much fun using the Castle Estate kit. And as I've mentioned earlier, if you want to support me and my channel, you can use code EMERALD during checkout when you buy something in the EA app /origin or thesims.com, and I get a 5% cut. Thank you so much for your amazing support. I love you all, and I can't wait to show you my other castle estate build, which is also going to be gigantic. I love you so much. I hope you are doing so well. Bye bye.